guys, this is Sarah Wright with the Syracuse Public Library. I thought I would share some of the new nonfiction books that we have received in. Quite a few really good ones. Of course, February is National Black History Month, and we have received the latest biography for John Lewis, In Search of the Beloved Community by Raymond Arsenault. And this biography pretty much covers Lewis's entire life, from his work in civil rights with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and his quest to realize the beloved community. For our next title, we're going to hop across the pond with In Game, Inside the Royal Family in the Monarchy's Fight for Survival. And this is by Obed Scobie, who has wrote quite a few books on the royal family. But if you can't get enough of like the Windsors, this is of course like the next book you need to read, especially if you're catching up on The Crown or really enjoyed The Crown. Next up in the pile is a book that is on my want to read list, and it is The Counterfeit Countess. Now this takes place in Nazi-occupied Poland during World War II and features a Polish Jewish woman who pretended to be a countess, and she used that position to be able to save more than 10,000 Poles from Polish concentration camps run by the Nazis. And my understanding is it reads kind of part biography, part thriller. So if you're interested in World War II history, particularly little known history, definitely add this one to your list as well. Now, I am interested in plagues. Obviously, I was kind of interested in this book, The Wisdom of Plagues, and it looks at the lessons from 25 years of covering plagues. So not only are we looking kind of at more modern plagues like COVID-19, but we're also looking at AIDS, Ebola, influenza, malaria, MERS, SARS, and of course the 1918 Spanish flu. So if you're interested kind of in pandemics and how humanity has kind of dealt with these periods of time, this one should be added to your list to be read. And now for this next one, living in Indiana, we do have quite a few deer, and sometimes our relationships with deer are pretty negative, whether you hit them or they're like overgrazing your plants. You might be interested in this book, The Age of Deer by Erica Calzara. Kind of looks at our kinship and troubles with our wild neighbors. Definitely give this one a check out. This one looks at kind of mining. It's called The War Below, Lithium, Copper, and the Global Battle to Power Our Lives by Ernest Schneider. We particularly like lithium. We need it for our batteries, and it can be pretty destructive to the environment. And this kind of looks at a new economic war for critical minerals, because we need them for our electric car vehicles, we need them for solar panels, we need them for cell phones, and millions of other devices. War Below kind of reveals the explosive brawl among industry titans, conservationists, community groups, policymakers, and many others over whether some places are too special to mine, or whether habitats of rare plants, sensitive ecosystems, indigenous holy sites, and other places should be dug up for their riches. Now, the last book in the pile is actually currently checked out to me. You can definitely place your name on the holds list, and I'll try to speed up my reading of it, but it is American Girls by Jessica Roy, who is a journalist. And this one actually has a very local connection. Some of the story takes place in Elkhart, Indiana. And if you followed the news, you might remember the story of an Elkhart woman who became trapped in Syria after her husband decided to become a jihadi warrior. So this looks at two sisters, Samantha Sally and her sister Lori, and it explores kind of their early childhood as Jehovah's Witnesses when they eventually meet like their husbands and move to like Elkhart, Indiana. And it looks at the sister who was taken to Syria by her husband yes, he wanted to become a jihadi warrior with the Islamic State, and the sister who's left behind in Elkhart and how she tries to bring home her sister. And I remember watching this play out in local headlines with WSBT, WNDU, but then I kind of fell off of the story. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happened between these sisters. So if you also remember the story, or you had never heard of it and wanted to learn more, add your name to the holds list and I will work so hard to bring this book back for you. And for now, these are just some of our nonfiction and we're working on getting more in. And if you see something that you want to read, we do have a form on our website where you can submit requests for nonfiction, fiction, DVDs, audiobooks, pretty much anything that you would like to see us bring in. And maybe you can also check off some more from our 2024 Reading Prompt bookmarks. Until next time, bye!